DJ Khaled, we the best season as
The affiliates, nigga, pay attention.
I do this for the streets, the runners.
Cause I'm out here grinding. Hey, I don't care what nobody says.
Good evening, and welcome to Straight Talk. I'm your host, Sister Connie Burton, and I want to thank you so very much for joining me and my guest this afternoon as we begin a full hour of discussion that I know you're going to find to be very, very informative. I have as my guest this evening a young lady that is doing tremendous work here in the city of Tampa by the name of Joanna Williams, community activist, and also she is the director of NARC, organization that stands for...
Good afternoon, Sister Connie.
How you
Yes, thank
doing?
you very much. NARC, National Association of Reformed Citizens. We are here to help felons help themselves and citizens help themselves. Because when citizens don't step up and recognize that there's a majority population of citizens that are now felons and or have criminal records just by being arrested, we are in a chaotic state and we are living in a second age depression.
Well, that's a mouthful, and we want to dissect that little by little.
Now, a growing reason why we have this, or rather, why we have such a huge number, basically, of prisons in this state is due to a product that is sold and manufactured exclusively for the purpose of, I guess, getting high or getting rich. And we all know this product to be called crack cocaine. It's free-based to some, but crack cocaine to most people. First, you get a simple pot, Pyrex, it could be any pot, or you can actually cook it with a spoon. Now, how would you do something like that? Well, you take the powder. Now I have my instructions here, I'm reading them. You take the powder and you pour it in to your pot. Then you add your baking soda. This is a product found, we're identifying as another killer on your shelf. The government overnight sanctioned Sudafed. The federal government
Yes,
overnight
did.
sanctioned
Yes, it
Sudafed. What that means is, if you were to go to the store right now, you would have to show a photo ID to purchase Sudafed, because the government deems it a product that potentially manufactures methamphetamine. It is not the key ingredient, it is not the only ingredient, but overnight, with the stroke of a pen, it was taken off the shelf. This is what we're saying. This right here, coming off the shelves, getting sanctioned, will do the same thing. Baking soda plus cocaine powder. Baking soda plus powder plus water and fire. Those are the only three ingredients needed to make crack cocaine. Did you know that, ladies and gentlemen? Now you are aware of it. That's it. Now,
So we took away the baking soda, and what we said was that crack was the drug of choice in most urban communities. It's cheaply made. You can get more from the product, of cocaine, and you can distribute it more widely. And so, even though we've had this war on drugs inside of our community for the last 20-some years, just putting this under sanction, under control,
stroke of a pen,
like Sudafed has become,
under
then
control.
we could see a very quick, fast change inside of our community.
Overnight, in 3 months. If you don't have tons of baking soda, you cannot make tons of crack. I can't help to get crack under control. The government has chosen not to. We don't understand why marijuana is destroyed in America, but cocaine is confiscated. Can any of the callers out there, any police or politicians listening, can you call up Straight Talk and give us the reason why cocaine is confiscated in America? by the police. Not to mention the fact of all the undercover drug sales that take place, but that's another show. Today we're revealing on Straight Talk that if this product was sanctioned and should be sanctioned, and you need to demand it, if you want drugs out your neighborhood, if you want crack cocaine out your neighborhood, demand your politician get this product off the shelf. Now, we're not saying to you, the average consumer, who uses it for what? To put it in your refrigerator, your freezer. We're not saying you can't buy it. What we're saying is that it should come up the same guidelines that the federal government has placed Sudafed under, and that is you must use a photo ID to purchase it. If you can't purchase tons of baking soda, you cannot produce tons of crack. And we're going to do a public service announcement showing how right now you can go to any supermarket and take all of the baking soda off the shelf that you want to, go home and cook up as much as crack as you want to, and go sell it. But if this product comes off the shelf, you can only produce as much crack as you can get baking soda. So if you can only purchase 2 boxes, you will only be able to manufacture 2 boxes worth of crack, and that is a guaranteed fact. Jack.
We want to open up the phone line. The number here is 254-7820. That's 254-7820. And if it is as simple as that, and we want to open up the phone line so you can call if you disputed the facts that we've laid out. If it is as simple as that, that if we remove or make it more difficult for people that want to use baking soda for illegal purposes, if we put sanction, just like Sudafed has been sanctioned in a way that you just cannot go and buy 4 or 5 different packs at a time. You cannot do that. All of that has changed. Anything that they feel is something that's going to be counterproductive to young people. It was one time it was sniffing glue. One time it was different type of cold medication that they were saying that we needed to take off the shelf because young people was using it to get high.
But crack is an epidemic, and this is an identifiable problem.
Yes.
And we know that the government now is made aware of it, and they have to act on it because they've already acted on the Sudafed. Not to mention the fact for you who are a little bit older and remember about the bombing, when they took the fertilizer off the shelf, the government identified that bombs could be made with that fertilizer,
yes,
and they took it off the shelf. So
and so if it's
must
not
be next.
If it's not taken off the shelf, and we've heard people talk about this war on drugs and this war on drugs, then we have to say that if people do not adhere to the call and demand from the citizens to remove this or bring this product under control, then we would have to then come to the conclusion that someone wants our community to stay in disarray. We're going to the phone line. The number here is 254-7820. That's 254-7820. Hello.
Hi, Connie.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
Fine, how are you?
Great. I was listening at you and Joanne, and you mentioned the Sudafed. I realized when I went to the drugstore to purchase some Aleve, colon sinus for my sinuses, that's one of the products that also you have to sign and show photo ID. They put you in some kind of computer system.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And I think one of the ingredients that's in there is for the methamphetamine.
Yes.
And so they've taken all of the Aleve colon sinus. You have to go to the pharmacy and request it. Now they do have other Aleve medication on the shelf, but that particular one is the one that has that ingredient in it. So I wanted to bring that to your attention also. And Joanne, I'm very interested in what you're trying to do with that bill.
Thank you.
I will try to call back after the show is over, and hopefully I can talk with you because I would like to get involved with that also.
Can I leave you a number? This is for all.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Okay, so call us back after the show,
I will.
and then we'll be able to exchange numbers.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much.